what looks like a 6th consecutive time, better than 16 rebounds a game. Luis Grillo, Ed Middleton, and Gary Benson are referees. Not only Timberwolves a couple of years ago. Jordan picks up Mullen. And Pippen guards Springwell. Springwell bobbles it. Felton Spencer missed a good shot. Springwell goes up and scores. He did not score until late in the first half when these teams met 3 weeks ago.
And he's coming off the game last night where he forced a lot of shots and only shot the ball 7 for 21 from the field.
Jordan goes right up on Springwell. Jordan had a tremendous fourth quarter last night. In fact, he scored 15 of Chicago's final 17 points.
Back-to-back nights, and Jordan will not have to chase Mullen as much as Sprewell. Chris Mullen moves a lot, but not at the same pace.
Jordan will look to score on Sprewell tonight. He starts quickly, knocking down his first 2 shots. Michael did not have a big offensive game against the Warriors.
He's going to get caught.
Well, I think we're seeing that Michael has a different mindset tonight in his matchup with Sprewell. He's not going to look to lock him up. He wants to score a bit. Pippen knocks down a 3-point goal. He had 28 last night in Landover. 24 came. Warriors got it in deep to Joe. It is 7-4 Chicago. 2.5 minutes into it. Here's a pick. Rodman against Sprewell. They switch it now. Jordan throws a 3 up.
He is so relaxed. Nobody focuses better than Michael Jordan, but I tell you, he just comes out here and it's just feel his release is not as smooth as it used to be.
Jordan into Longley, beautifully done, and Longley scores. Michael, as we say, he's been backing off on the scoring lately. He had a dozen assists game early.
And Jordan is now back on spree.
Mullen the jumper. Mullen knocks down a 2-point goal. Mullen only had 2 points in the first half last night, and Minnesota wound up with 10 in total.
He pointed to Pippen to take spree. I think he's going to pick his spots tonight.
Ron Harper slipped to the floor. Spencer the handoff for Sprewell. Nice play by Spree.
That's a play I think they could run for Spree all day long. Coming around a screen just outside.
Chicago with a 4-point lead. The Warriors and Sprewell playing much better tonight. Competitive in the early going tonight. Donnelly forward, but then a throwaway. Sprewell swiped by Pippen. He has Jordan. Doesn't need it.
He just hop, skipped, and jumped on the way to that basket, waiting for Sprewell to make a move, waiting for Spree to commit, which he never did.
After guarding Michael, was guarding Mullen the first couple of series of the game. Now he's on to Sprewell. Sprewell makes the shot across the lane. Sprewell's hit 3 of his first. Luke Longley really gets open in this offense. Couple of tips by Rodman. No go. Hangs with it. Diving on the floor. That'll boost his rebounding total. Michael Jordan, a 3-point goal. Gets his own miss and right up again. He's not going to miss 2 in a row.
Now you mentioned their offensive rebounding prowess. They are 3rd best in the league, and it's not just Dennis Rodman.
The backcourt. Ron Harper, a 3-pointer. Ron Harper is not a big part of their offense, but he certainly can be. He was a gifted scorer his years with the LA Clippers. Smith in a crowd. Longley tipped it away. Squirts out to Sprewell. Long 3 by Sprewell. Shot clock at 20 when he threw that one down.
That was a good play, though, by Todd Fuller. Just to keep it alive, he knocked it back. He controlled that tap.
Sprewell has 9 of the Warriors' 13 points. Jordan left open again. Rattles down a 3-point goal. Jordan off to a huge start. Has struck for 12 points in the game's first 7 in the half. Again, Jordan for 3. Michael Jordan with 15 points already. He has hit 3 3-point goals in the game's first 9 minutes. Led by the always hustling Dennis Rodman.
That's why the Bulls have managed to get up 20 shots tonight. Fighting for loose balls and getting offensive rebounds. And Michael Jordan, another 3-pointer. He shot one over Joe Smith to be the Golden State Warriors. He told me that before the game. He thought it was the Warriors, and that's where he wanted to go.
The Warriors actually turned down a trade. They could have had Luke Longley for Victor Alexander.
That's what I'm talking about.
But instead, the trade was for Stacey King, and he became a member of the Bulls. Martin Price knocks down a 3-point goal. Warriors down 29 to 18. Burrell is going to check in next stoppage of play. Pippen surveys his options, checks the clock, turns and goes up over Mullen. 7 for Pippen, 15 for Jordan.
Nice job.
And the Bulls, a shot by Harper.
I think it went in.
Yeah, Harper gets the basket. He's got 7. 34 to 18. Sprewell. 0.2 of a second. Still time to go. Rodman one down. Well defended by Harper. That was Sprewell's second 3 of the quarter, Jim. But how about the shot? The Bulls have also brought in their top reserve, Tony Kukoc, going off the bench again with the return of Rodman. Joe Smith. Rodman played him very well defensively in the first quarter. Now with Rodman resting. Let's see. Tipped by Kukoc. Ugly game right now. Harper. There goes Kukoc. Plenty of room left-handed.
Yeah, Mark Price has been committing turnovers recently, and he had the good idea.
No.
Good effort.
Kukoc up the floor. Caffey dumps in, and he's fouled by Burrell. Michael Jordan has re-entered the game. After calling that last time out, Adelman gave the Bulls a chance to bring Michael back in.
Danielle stayed with the play, just didn't get the roll on this one, but no protector back. Now this was a breakdown at the defensive end.
As last year, shooting only 29% from the floor. Joe Smith, nice pass by Mark Price. Warriors are down 13 points in Chicago. Joe with 6 of his 10 in this third quarter, while Rodman has been on the bench. Let's say, what did I say? Second quarter. Michael Jordan knocks down a 3-point goal. Jordan's 4-3 of the game. He has 18 points. Jason Caffey now with 7 points. And the Bulls have a lead of 18 again. Mark Price, a 3-point goal over Steve Kerr.
Both of his goals have come from beyond the arc.
Last night they made 8 3-pointers, and the Bullets didn't make any. And they beat the Bullets by 4. Warriors have made 4 threes. Sprewell, nice step and a lay-in as he turned the corner on the Chicago defense.
Yeah, Spree was 0 for 6 last night from 3-point range,
and a judge give him 7 to 10 years for that. Kukoc, what do you want to do? Pippen or Jordan? Pippen will take this one. And the Bulls have a 20-point lead with 3 minutes to go in the half.
Jordan is hobbling. I think you could take him to the basket.
Dumped in by Andrew DeClerc.
Ooh, nice play, nice follow-up. Jordan's leg is hurting him, his right leg. He seems to be limping just a little bit.
Even though they have this 18-point lead, they have had moments where they clearly are cruising Chicago. So they can always do this when they want. Jordan gives them back a 20-point lead going on 21, and for Michael Jordan, he has scored 20 points. Yeah, trying to stretch it out a little bit, Jim.
Yeah, he doesn't feel real good, although even when he's only probably 60%, he's better than most of the guys in the league.
Bill Jackson's wanted Steve Kerr to be more aggressive with his own shot and not just look to float for the 3-point line constant. There goes Sprewell up over Kukoc. Kukoc is not a very good inside defender. That's why the shot clock at 10 for Michael Jordan. Slip into Pippen. Lost it. Warriors score here. They could be down 12, maybe 11 points. Joe Smith makes it 12. A nice pass by Mark Price.
And a good give.
After the offseason, he goes right in the winter. Well, he's a little tired of that. He wanted to play in the ocean when he was out in L.A.
He told me he goes home for a couple months every summer. A good give and go. Pick and roll by Mullen.
Shot clock at 7. Jordan throws up a 3, his 5th 3 of the game. He is 5 for 8 beyond the line.
Did you notice, though, again, Sprewell never got off the floor and never lifted him up.
To shoot more outside, but tonight really looks to go to the line.
Yeah, look at him running down the floor there. He wasn't pushing himself down when Pippen had the ball. Let's watch where he stays here. This time he does take
yeah, he looks healthy here. 27 going on 28 points. A little like Jim Brown. He used to carry himself back to the huddle, and then when they said hike, he was healthy.
Yeah, well, he's not 100% though.
Good enough though.
Oh, absolutely. Well, as I said before, when he's 75%.
He's able to turn the corner on Sprewell.
He's better than the majority of players.
Decently in this quarter. He can run hot and cold offensively night to night.
And right now he's playing with confidence because he's shooting the ball when he's being well covered.
Sprewell's fired up here to take on Jordan. May not help. 30 for Michael. Michael goes back laughing. Coles wide open on the right side. Scores again.
Yeah, he's got the hot hand. Remember, he was a big-time scorer at Virginia Tech. Nearly 2,500 points in his collegiate career. That's why I'm surprised he hasn't been more of an impact offensive player. 5 and 4 indicating the 9 on the jersey.
Rodman stays out there. Pippen. Chicago up 14. 79-65 of the season. Late in that game, on his way to 48 tonight, he broke a bone in his right foot. A bad break, not literally.
Yes.
Michael Jordan. He suffered an injury in the Oakland Coliseum Arena his second year in the NBA.
It was a player in Cal history, so that was a huge loss.
To maintain this 18-point lead. Steve Kerr back in to Pippen. The triple post to Jordan. The handoff. Shot clock at 3. Scotty, the step back. Bulls have reclaimed their 20-point lead.
And Sprewell
Stars in the fourth quarter. Rodman diving for the rebound. What an effort that was. Incredible effort by Rodman. Insane effort. Boy, that crowd going to give him a standing O. Say what you want about this guy, Jim, but how many guys would lay out like this for a rebound?
And watch where he goes. His hands go right to the camera when he hits the floor. Watch this.
Eugene Amos is in Minneapolis, though, Jim. Check this out. Oh, my. It's offensive quarter earlier, and now he's gone very cold.
Yeah, Cole's played so well. All of his points have come in this quarter, and that has kept Mark Price on the bench.
Reserve with the 6th man award. Joe Smith bobbled the ball.
Joe Smith somehow just gets disrupted.
Scottie Pippen type of player his years in Charlotte, and his injuries had a lot to do with their demise. Scottie Pippen up the floor following earlier turnover.
Well, they know Scott Burrell is a great athlete. You can just see it on the court. Mainly, they've stayed away from that tonight, Greg. The offense has been a little more smooth. They just haven't been able to knock down a lot of makeable shots.
Good look at their triple post into Pippen. This offense is so beautifully executed that they know exactly where to go now. They've been together over time. Well, 8 scoring titles later and 4 championships. It works pretty well. Although Michael won a couple of those scoring championships, several actually, with Doug Collins, the previous coach. Here's Pippen. Maybe if we have a moment in the fourth quarter, Jim, you can actually explain to the people what the triple post is and what the principles of the front line of Bushler, Kukoc, and Caffey. Sprewell lost the ball. Ron Harper with O's behind. He'll drop it for Caffey. First year he was in Chicago, Ron Harper was just awful. He couldn't do a thing. And then when Jordan came back
at 23 points a game. So he was, as you said before, a big-time scorer. Now this is getting ugly.
Wow, what's happening here?
This is what Rick Allen tried to avoid.
It's a 29-point game, folks. And it's not so